everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Squad Pod. We are on episode 72 today. Alex is going to start us off with something pretty hot, he says.
With some of our people up north, some of our brothers up north.
Oh, the neighbors to the north.
Our neighbors up north, Canada. Hey. I just want to, and this might be a little controversial, but Canada Supreme Court just passed this law right now, and let me explain it real quick. You can use extreme intoxication as a defense for a crime you commit in Canada at this point, which you never used to be able. So if you're too drunk, too high, so say you're super wasted and you rape somebody, that's a defense. Not that you'll get off, not like, okay, you're
because
fine.
You're not in the right state of mind.
Exactly. And I think that's so backwards for Canada.
That's so bullshit.
That's
because
bullshit.
Think about a drunk driver.
Yeah.
That's the exact thing I thought.
That's, I think, what most people would think of.
You're going to, in America or Canada previously, you would get vehicular manslaughter or something, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, oh, I was super wasted, you know? Why are you driving? You know what I mean? Like,
why'd you get that drunk?
Yeah.
If you didn't have a ride, why'd you get that drunk? You know?
That's ridiculous.
Canada being too nice now.
There's gotta be some.
Oh, he's gotta have a reason, eh?
So, and I'll tell you one of the cases. There was 3 or 4 cases that like swayed it, and I did some research into this. One of the cases was a guy tried to commit suicide, and he took a bunch of pills to commit suicide, and the pills gave him psychosis, and psychosis is a real problem. I get it. He stabbed his mother to death. He butchered her, and they're saying, "Oh, he wasn't in his right mind," and I'm with it. But I don't give a shit anymore. Like, that dude made his choice.
Yeah, you murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Go to prison. Like, that's your thing at that point.
Do the crime, you do the time.
I don't care what state of mind you're in, you know? And I wholeheartedly agree. And I'm a drinker. You guys know I get drunk on this podcast almost every time.
Wait, Alex, you drink?
I've never thought about murdering somebody. Like, ever in my life. Like,
I've heard this saying. It's like, what is it? Drunk actions are just sober inhibitions or something. Like,
there's a lot of
it's in your head to begin with.
Yeah,
there's a lot of truth in jest is the saying I've heard. Like, I joke about it, but like there's a lot of truth in jest sometimes, you know?
I don't know about that, man. Yeah, I mean, just right away. I mean, there has to be some sort of statute in there or like red line about drunk driving. Surely there has to be something.
Again, it's not a get out of jail free card. It is I can use it as a defense.
I guess it's like an insanity plea. I mean,
like an insanity plea.
Exactly.
I mean, you can plead insanity. That doesn't mean it's actually going to work, but you have to.
It seems so ass backwards to me.
It does, because like you could say, I mean, you could premeditate a murder, get super drunk beforehand, and still be able to carry out that murder.
Yeah.
Like,
this sounds like a plot of a Trailer Park Boys movie or an episode, because Ricky could just get away with not going to jail by pleading that he was drunk and high.
Yeah,
it sounds like something.
Maybe not to the case of murder, but I am with you.
Not to the case of murder, no.
Yeah,
but like
I just transported 10 pounds of shrooms because I was high on shrooms, man.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was talked into it.
Yeah, dude.
Seriously, it seems like Canada, to better or for worse, however you view it as a viewer, is very progressive.
Yeah, typically.
Typically. So it seemed like such an ass backwards statement for that. I don't feel like many people get behind that.
Yeah, it's weird.
For Supreme Court to be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like what was...
It just doesn't make sense.
Was this like legislation that, I mean, I'm sure you probably didn't really look all this up, Alex, right before you did this, but like, is this something that people really wanted or?
No, Supreme, and I don't know how Canada's justice system works, but Supreme Court voted on it. Like, it's a thing at this point that it can be a defense at that point.
I mean, I guess as far as just that, because like you're saying, you could just plead insanity. It'd be just like another thing like that. Don't mean that you're going to be able to get off with it, but like it just seems ridiculous.
I feel like there's very few circumstances where it would actually, like, what? Can you guys think of any situation? Okay, well, even the one you mentioned, the guy made that choice to,
he put himself in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a difference though, because like insanity, That's like
a
mental
insanity
disability.
you can't help.
Whereas you can't with drugs and alcohol and stuff, you can control that shit.
Yeah. Usually insanity leads to that. Here's my thing, and I'm probably the asshole in this, but I don't even think insanity is a plea. If you're insane enough to kill people, I don't want you in my general public anyways. You should go to prison. I don't think there's enough help for you.
Well, those people that play insanity, I don't think they just get off. They go to
get committed.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but
walk around the streets.
I don't even want them to be committed. Depending. I mean, I guess it depends.
Pretty much like a jail anyway.
Yeah, that's a hard blanket statement, but like if you are somebody who can commit murder and plead insanity, like, oh, God was speaking to me, I don't really want you back on my streets. I don't want God speaking to you again, like I don't want it to happen again that I would even want you back there. Jail, asylum, whatever you call it, whatever place you put them, I don't want them back in the general public regardless. So I don't really see a difference between them. And I might be in the majority for that. That's kind of a harsh statement on my part, but
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's all touchy. I mean,
it's a touchy subject.
Yeah. You just have to take it by a case basis, examine the evidence, go from there. That's all you can do. You have to hope the justice system works, which most times it doesn't. So,
unfortunately, don't a lot. That's the problem.
No, it really don't. Most of the time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Canada's justice system has a better track record than ours does. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Yeah, I doubt it too.
I doubt any justice. I mean, inherently, I feel like a justice system's flawed. Like you're gonna fuck up sometimes.
Batman's justice.
Yeah, that's the only justice system that doesn't fail.
I feel like
the point
of that movie was that he failed. I feel like the whole point of the movie was he failed.
He was learning. This is young Batman.
He's supposed to stop 9 vans, Brad. Like he's only one guy.
He's only one Batman. He's out here beating up on the motherfuckers the whole time.
He was just fighting dudes on the subway.
He was judged.
Now
he never had to deal with 9 bombs before, 10 bombs. Yeah. He got blown up with a bomb midway through that movie.
He had to deal with the Joker at that point because the Joker was in jail at that point. So he did deal with a psychopath at that point.
Yeah. Who knows what he had to deal with him, though?
I don't know what the Joker did at
Joker
that point.
Gas.
I don't know.
We may never know.
Still, we'll talk Batman's justice.
Justice. It works better than the actual justice system.
Yeah,
that's what we need. We need a Batman in every city, man.
Yeah, we should just
have to take that vow not to kill.
For every county,
can't cross the line.
Yeah. So like when the elections come, you have like treasurer and secretary and Batman and
vigilante.
The mayor.
That sounds awesome.
With it, I'd go out,
and then the justice system improves because all these crooked cops and judges get busted heads.
Oh, I don't know. Then the position of Batman is just going to get way too politicized and everything.
It's going to get political.
It's going to get corrupted.
That's whenever you go into Mystery Men with Captain the dude that Greg Kinnear plays. He has Pepsi patches and endorsement shit on his suit.
That's exactly
oh my god! Because he's being bought, he's being paid because he's so famous.
That's when we get the boys, man.
He has Pepsi logos and shit all over his suit.
Yeah, we'll get corrupt people in there, and we'll have to have secret Batman to take out the corrupt Batmans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just imagine Batman, but under his cape is just a Pepsi logo or something. As it it's kind of hidden, it's not obvious, but when the cape's floating in the wind, you kind of get that.
Don't need no endorsements. He don't need no fucking endorsement.
Opens the cape and it's just a Michelin.
It's like a NASCAR.
We'll just do a multiverse situation. Or something. Open some type of portal. That way you bring in all these different Bruce Waynes. They're all billionaires.
No multiverse.
Multiverse, man.
I haven't watched it yet.
No, nothing about Doctor Strange. I'm just saying, we open up a multiverse. Bring all these fucking Batman.
Multiverse.
You saw Spider-Man.
I agree. I think that's what the Flash is going to do.
Vernon, did you watch what's that other multiverse movie that just came out with the Asian girl? You were saying you were No.
Oh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's the title.
A24 movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and shit in it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a multiverse movie. Just recent. I wanted to see it. It looked good.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
She's in it. That Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I think that is it. Is it like the main character is like an Asian woman, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is in that movie.
I thought Vernon just told me the other day he wanted to watch that.
I don't know. He might have. I don't know. I've been wanting to see it. They put it in all these like A24 movies. They only put it in the theaters around here for like a week or two, and then they're gone.
I've never even seen this before.
It's Everything Everywhere. He's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good.
That woman, that woman in the lead, isn't that the woman that's in Mando?
Tiger?
Oh, I think she is in Mando. Is she in Crouching Tiger?
She's the woman that voices Mulan.
Yeah.
Does she voice
But it's
Mulan?
not the same lady that's in Boba and shit.
Oh, it's not?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, then that's not the
No, this lady's older.
That movie looks good though. Like a multiverse movie that has nothing to do with comic books.
It does have Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
I didn't know it had Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Yep.
And I've been following it even. Didn't know.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah,
I'd definitely be interested in that.
Apparently she was in Shang-Chi. I didn't see Shang-Chi though.
I didn't see Shang-Chi yet.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Shang-Chi's pretty good.
Apparently she was
Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror icons like Jamie Lee Curtis, me and Wyatt, we've been playing. You guys got to buy real soon here. The Evil Dead game.
It's fucking great, man.
It's fucking good.
It's so fun.
It's super fun.
Usually with these types of games, you have like issues on launch, either like connectivity issues, especially with like a cross-platform game, or cross-gen game and stuff. But it runs relatively smooth. I mean, you said you had a couple hiccups, didn't you, Alex?
Barely any.
Any.
Day one hiccups, easy. I've been playing it for the last week, and smooth, basically. I
mean, it's been super fun. Maybe it's just some balancing issues, but that can be fixed. It's going to be fixed in some updates here eventually. But it's great. It's just asymmetrical horror game, and it fits evil. It captures the tone of the Evil Dead universe so fucking well too.
I'm with Wyatt on all that, but I want to sell you guys on it. I just think it's a good game. I think
it is.
I think the balancing, like Wyatt said, is fairly good at this point, and the progression of it is super fun. I'm super addicted to the progression.
Yeah, it has these huge skill trees for each character that you can level up, and it makes you want to use each character because all these characters in the game, they have different abilities that are useful throughout a match. Yeah. Each person does really the same thing. So it's pretty cool. They fit into the same categories, but they all do different shit. It's interesting.
I know Vernon has watched Evil Dead. Are you at all interested in it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Evan, at all? Just because of the group?
I've never even seen any of the gameplay, so I know nothing about this game.
Oh,
but I watched
look it up, man.
So
it's super fun.
You got Bruce Campbell coming back to voice all the Ashes, man. He's fucking great. And it's so like bloody and gory, just like the movies. You chopping people up with all these weapons.
So you're saying
you guys
maps are huge.
So it's a game like Friday the 13th, right? Like that's
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So comparatively, gameplay wise, I mean, would you say it's better than Friday the 13th?
You're running and gunning. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not sneaking around trying to hide. You're fucking out here like chopping busting heads, shooting people like zombie demon.
Because the way you set out every character does its own thing. I'm thinking like Friday the 13th, where every character has their own stats, but pretty much like most of the characters are pretty much the same. Like as you're playing.
It's not like that at all.
Yeah.
So with Friday the 13th, and I'm not hating on Friday the 13th. That was a good game too, but the focus was I want to be Jason. I want to be the person to kill. This is definitely way more focused on the majority, which are the survivors, the people fighting. Like you want to be them. You want to be the people like wielding swords and chainsaw hands.
Because you have an objective. You got to gather the 3 pages of the Necronomicon that are spread out throughout the map. And once you grab those, you have 2 objectives after that. You got to go get the dagger and then the book itself.
Okay.
And each one of those, whenever you get there, you have to activate it. And it's just this big circle you got to stay in. And all these waves will come at you. And then whoever's playing the demon, that's when they can start throwing shit at you as well with those waves, and they try to stop you. And then once you do one of those, you go do the other, and then you actually got to all converge to like these like 3 demons protecting the Necronomicon, and you got to use like your powers against it to break them down. And then finally, the last step, you got to protect the book as it's being destroyed. So like it's a lot of shit. But like that's your objective. You have to go out here and destroy the Necronomicon to stop evil. And the evil guy is pretty much just trying to stop you the whole time.
Okay.
They have so many different abilities they can throw at you. They can possess the cars you're using, the trees to attack you. Like they can do a ton of shit.
Oh god.
So they're overpowered like Jason, but at least you were able to do something.
Not quite as much as Jason.
So not
like
as
Jason, you had no chance against.
Well,
These people you do have a chance against.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you don't have a chance alone. Like if we were all playing, like I couldn't do it by myself, but as a group, like even in the Jason game as a group, we couldn't go kill Jason if we wanted to. We can go beat this if we wanted to. Like we really figured it out. And I think
we won a bunch of matches already.
I think the shift in power is what really makes this game. I mean, I share with the group chat, like it got an 8 out of 10 from IGN, and I don't know if IGN is the most reputable source.
It's so much depth. Because not only do you have the skill trees, but in each separate match that you play as a survivor, when you open up these chests, you get like, they're called pink Fs. And pretty much you level up your character every game. Okay. Like you have 5 skills, like what is it? Health, shield, your fear,
stamina,
range, and then range and melee. And each time you pick up these things, you could put another slot to level up one of those abilities. And I mean, when I played with Quentin the other night, I leveled up all of them in one match, and I never did that before. We just found a shitload of chests. But as you level those up, you get stronger, like all your abilities. But the demons, they're picking up shit and doing stuff, so they can level up themselves that whole match too. So like you at the bottom of the screen, you have a little counter where it shows you the demon's level. Yeah. And it can keep growing, and you got to make sure that you're either leveling your shit up or getting these objectives done fast enough. Because if they get powerful, it's going to be hard to beat them in the end.
Yeah. Huh.
I think for $40, cool. I think for $40, this is almost the perfect game for $40.
Oh, it's like, $40. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's cheap. It came out $40 because like it is a multiplayer only game. I mean, there's a little bit of single player to it, but not too much. What is it? 5 missions or something?
5 missions, and then they're going to be adding more with DLC.
Yeah.
But that's mainly so you can. It kind of gets you. It's kind of a little bit of training too. Whenever you go into multiplayer, you get used to like the system. You have time to figure it out, and that's you can also unlock extra characters as well through those missions too, and skins.
I would love for you guys to buy it though. Me and Wyatt. I mean, I was up the other day and I worked the next day, and I was up to like 2:40 in the morning with Wyatt the other day, and I was like, "Oh shit,
we were up late.
It's real late."
That shit.
I was like, "I gotta go to bed, man."
But yeah, like usually, if they use them correctly, they can. If they get enough points as a demon, they can summon the boss, and they can play as a boss. One of the bosses fighting you, and they're just super fucking strong. They have these different abilities. It's super fun, man. But they, as I mentioned, like they can possess cars to drive at you. They can possess trees to scare you. Because each character, you have a fear meter that can go up and down. Okay. And as it goes up, when it gets to a certain point, it can possess you and start using your character and start shooting at your teammates and shit. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So like, all you just have to watch and just deal with it?
You have to watch them.
You just have to watch. But they have to either shoot you, or if they're playing as Evil Dead 2 Ash, they can like just unpossess you. They can just push the demon out.
He's got a special power,
like an amulet he uses against you.
Okay.
And Vernon, to sell you on it, they have the flute. They have the flute skeleton.
They do. They got the dude playing the bone.
Yeah, man.
Based off of just that.
And when you kill him, he makes the noise too. He goes. He does a little noise too.
Yeah, they put those around, and they have to put them like. Where you can't, because they're so weak, they put them where you kind of can't get to them. But if they're in the vicinity of the enemies they're spawning, it makes them stronger and more powerful.
It sucks. It does suck.
It does suck. So like if you hear the flute, you always could tell if you're fighting and you hear that flute, you're like, oh shit, we got fight.
Where the fuck?
We got to bust its head.
No, it's you want to play it.
I wish I mean, I don't want to make you guys spend $40, but if it goes on sale, I'm gonna push for this game because I'm having a great time with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because like with like the different powers, some more examples is like they have like different categories for these characters too. Like there's a leader that like if that always has a circle around, like a radius circle around them, that if you're in it, you get like a buff to a skill or something.
Which I feel like would be Evan. That would be Evan's character.
Cheryl, who is a healer, her power is she puts a circle on the ground that'll heal you if you get inside of it. Which a lot of people want to play as Ash, but I know Quentin likes to use Cheryl because she's a real MVP when it comes to this game. Sometimes she can help you.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different like skills they have. Like some people start out with weapons, some people are like faster with certain shit.
And as you level up too, you like they get better. Like I usually use Ash Evil Dead 2, and when I first started, he's good with range. But now that I've leveled him up enough, he starts with a shotgun. I don't have to find one; he just starts with it. And I have to, I'm like, okay, my Evil Dead 2 Ash is so leveled up that he's the one I should be picking.
Yeah,
if nobody else picks it. So
I like using really Army of Darkness Ash because it sucks because his ability doesn't really benefit the other team, but whenever he drinks his potion, it like lowers his fear, it increases his health a little bit, and it buffs his stats, so that helps. And then also I leveled him up past 10, so whenever I use like a finisher kill, it raises my shield a little bit, and that helps a little bit. So
that's super helpful.
Yeah, and I think each character you start out with 2 skills, like one's a power up and one's just that's there as you play, and then the other 2 that unlocks it like level 10 and 25, and those are just like even more special skills that'll help you out. But it serves you well if you kind of get into whatever characters you want to use and level them up because they have such a big skill tree with them as well that helps you out.
See, I enjoy depth in a game.
It's very in depth.
I hope you guys buy it, man. Well, I'm super enjoying it.
I just never have time to enjoy the depth of most games.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer game, so it'd be something we could play every Monday. It is a multiplayer game. Now, I think we sold you on it, but seriously, and why I wasn't lying, this game oozes Evil Dead. Like it made me playing it. I have watched. I watched Army of Darkness 2 and. No, I'm sorry. Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness with my kid. I didn't let him watch Evil Dead 1, and I didn't let him watch the remake. I don't like the tree rape scene. I don't want him to watch the tree rape scene.
That's fair.
You're not going to understand the remake because that was pretty
that one's brutal, and the tree rape scene's
like
brutal.
Gnarly and realistic kind of, like it's more serious.
Like I know Evil Dead 2's got a lot of blood and guts, but whatever.
It's very jokey and like jokey. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta admit some bad parenting here though. I'm talking to Marissa and I'm like, hey, I want to watch the Evil Dead show with Tyler. I was like, do you want to watch it with us? She's like, yeah. Is it appropriate? And I was like, I was like, I think there's some scenes. I know there was some scenes of super violence, and I was like, also, I know at one point he comes out of like a dead vagina. I was like, but it's played for laugh.
He's like, I'm in the butt. I'm in the butt.
I was like, he comes out of a naked person. I know that. I was like, but it's not too bad. First fucking episode, he's having sex with this girl in the fucking
bathroom,
bar.
yeah.
And like it's a long scene, and I'm like, I'm a terrible parent. I'm a terrible fucking parent. And we're just watching it, and like I don't know how to stop it at this point. Like, do I pause it? Do I rewind it? Do I get him out of the room? And I was like, it's gonna end. It's gonna end.
He's like at that age where it's like you can't just cover it up. He knows what's happening.
Yeah, he knows what's happening. Like I can't just like stand in front of the TV. He knows, and I'm just. Oh my god, I'm an awful parent. Marissa is like burning a hole in my face.
You can feel it.
I feel her burning. I'm like, so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You don't know whether to watch the TV, watch Tyler, watch Marissa. You're like,
oh, I felt terrible, man. I'm hoping that's the worst of it at this point because I don't super remember.
I don't remember.
I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah, like you said, there's that morgue scene. I think that's in the 2nd season.
Yeah, I think it's
he's fighting like the intestines and shit are possessed, and the body, like this dead body, is possessed. And in the 3rd one, they're at like a sperm bank, and there's like jizz flying all around and stuff.
Oh god.
See, I'm okay with all that. Like, I'm okay with like I know he knows what it is, but like
they try to go like up the gross factor each season. It seems.
Yeah.
And Bruce Campbell was all for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I remember.
And he's like, no, I'm not playing Evil Dash. I'm not playing Ash anymore. You know, I'll voice him, but I'm not playing him anymore. Sorry.
I remember and watching the show, especially. I remember, and they don't have it on Netflix. I'm watching on Netflix now. They used to, after every episode, they'd have like a little behind the scenes thing where they would like show you what was going on. And I miss them, dude. I remember the one episode they used like 90 gallons of blood. It was like a full fucking swimming pool full of blood, and there was these pumps under like the cabin or the set or whatever there, and it was just spraying blood. And
one of my favorite moments of Ash vs. Evil Dead that always sticks out to me is like it's within the first couple episodes, man, because it's like right after he meets Pablo, and like, you know, Bruce Campbell got the boomstick, he got this fucking chainsaw in his hand and stuff. And he's like, well, what am I going to use? And he like busts this bottle and just gives him this like broken little bottle. And he's like, use this. And they're in this car, and there's a Deadite in the car fighting with them as they're driving. And like this Deadite's like on top of Pablo in this car trying to kill him. And he just uses this bottle and he just starts stabbing this dude, and just blood's flowing all over his face. And he's just sitting here stabbing him with this little tiny bottle, dude. It's hilarious. And you just see the blood all over this car, dude.
I gotta say, Ash vs. Evil Dead is like the accumulation of, and I use that word, that wasn't even pronounced right, but that doesn't matter. It is like what I love about the Evil Dead series, where there is like the first and even into the second one, there's like a serious bloodiness to it. But the third one is also good because it's hilarious. And I feel like Ash vs. Evil Dead put those together, and it's fucking like gory and hilarious. It's awesome. That is it is a great show.
Yeah, you never really got the gore and like kind of the dark shit from 1 and 2 in Army of Darkness.
Oh no, yeah,
you just got hokey Ash, you know, one-liners and everything. With Ash vs. Evil Dead, you get all of it in one show, and it's fantastic because Ash is just so full of himself.
So full. Army of Darkness is almost like a Three Stooges episode. I mean, there are scenes in the movie where it's like, and he's like putting his arm, like it is a Three Stooges episode where I know Vernon hasn't watched it, but you see it, but the show really is like everything melded together into a great stew, and it is good. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's got some slapstick shit in it, but it's more like way more adult.
I'll be back.
Adult slapstick.
It does hold a special place in my heart.
I remember I chose Army of Darkness as my favorite out of the three. But thinking back, the second one was definitely my favorite.
Oh, I love them all, but man, that second one is so fucking good, man. It's like a bad acid trip. It's great.
As much as I love them skeletons, the more and more I think about it, the second one is definitely my favorite.
It's just him going crazy as shit in this.
Yeah. Just by himself pretty much the whole movie.
The fucking deer head fucking laughing at him and shit, and all the lamps are moving and laughing at him.
It's crazy.
Cuts his hand off, dude.
It's wild.
I love Ash as a kid, and you get that in the game too. It's so fucking cool. Like the first mission that you play, the single player, it just puts you into Evil Dead 2. Like you start out in the cabin, the deer head's there that'll interact with you. Like it'll start moving and laughing. The fucking the trap door is going up and down. And
God,
Henrietta is yelling at you. It's really cool, man.
Yeah, definitely want to check it out.
It just throws you right into the movie. It's really cool.
For sure.
I actually kind of wanted to talk a little bit. I mean, we don't have to talk nearly as much as the Evil Dead game, but when you guys were playing that, me and Vernon were playing. Well, Alex hopped on, and later we hopped on to Fortnite for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna hop on, but that shit was downloading for me.
You didn't have it downloaded. Okay, I'm gonna say it was pretty fun.
It was kind of fun.
As much as it was saying, it was very enjoyable. It was very fun because it was wacky. We're driving around in cars, listening to music. Before Alex hopped on, like it's very wacky. There's lightsabers and shit in it.
I think the way you said it is like, this isn't something I'm gonna want to play every night, but I don't know. It's a lot better. Honestly, it's the no building mode. Like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the no building mode aspect of it. I mean, I still died a lot just because I'm not that great at battle royales. But I, at least in most situations, I was like, you know what? I died because I didn't move, or I died because I just didn't aim right. You know, like those kinds of things. Yeah. It wasn't like I didn't die because I didn't build a tower faster than the other person, or anything like that.
And I've thought about I was thinking about Alex because I don't know why. I was just thinking about this while I was driving. At one moment, I was watching him, and we were getting like swarmed by a team. And Alex, who never wanted to build, like I always been like, "Fuck this shit," hated it because I'm watching him play this fucking game. Like his character's right in front of me. There's two people, and he's got a shotgun. He's just like, "Bow, headshot, knock that dude." "Bow, headshot, knock that dude." And I'm like, "Damn!" Like like. It's that type of shit. Like I love the interaction. Like it was just so fun. That's the only only way I could describe it. It was very fun.
And I felt the same way.
Yeah, it's downloaded now.
I haven't played it again
all the time, but it was fun.
There was one of the instances where I think you were down or something. It was just when it was just me and you, and it was like all I have is a shotgun, and I was able to win because I could shoot. I just can't. You know what I mean?
Point.
Yeah. Like. I don't know, man.
All different. That's the thing. It's completely different from the last time.
It is overwhelming logging in.
It is weird.
Overwhelming, but it's beautiful too. I know it looks even better on the PS5, but like they've upgraded all the graphics on it. They've done a shitload on it. I mean, they have $1 trillion. They better fucking put as much into it as they can. But they have Master Chief in the game.
That's like the first thing you see is like every Star Wars character known to man and Master Chief. Like that's like right in like the shop as soon as you log in.
We have never of a podcast hated on Fortnite. It might not be our game, but I get it. I get the appeal.
I
totally get the appeal. It's just not my game, but I get it.
I feel awesome. Like it was. I mean, we played a lot of it. I mean, I have because I don't know if you guys saw now on the PS5. Like you can actually see like your hours played when you go look at all of your games and everything, and even like previous games. Like it shows your PS4 game hours and everything. But Fortnite, I have like. I mean, it's almost 200 hours. I mean,
damn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys are.
I probably got
Vernon's got Kyrie hours in that too.
Yeah.
I got my hours plus Kyrie's hours, bro. So
I don't even think I bust 100.
You should see how many you have for Witcher.
I mean, I only really played with you guys. I played a little bit. Yeah, my Witcher hours are pretty high. My highest played game, I think, was Destiny 1. Now, I didn't, I don't play games like single player games nearly as long as you guys do. But like Destiny 1, I had like 300 plus hours in at least. But
I don't even know what mine would be. Probably NBA, I'd guess.
2K.
But we were talking about that with like this year.
If they gave you like a time that you spent playing Madden or 2K, not every single year, it would be ridiculous because I'm putting 100 hours into my career every year.
Yeah.
That's why like if it gets past a certain point in the year, I don't buy the game because then I'm going to buy the game, start my player, and then in a couple months I'd have to buy the new one just to do it again. Like, I want that time over that whole course of the year to build my dude, win some chips. If I wanted to go to another team, retire or some shit. Whatever.
I'll always remember, and it's 2K13 specifically. I remember I was so far in it. I was like almost to retirement, and 2K14, and I own 2K14. And I was still putting in 2K13. I lived at Vernon's house. I remember this. And like I was like, no, I am playing this game until I retire. And I played it until I got into the Hall of Fame. And it was like the lamest shit ever. And I had 2K14 sitting on the shelf. Like I had it. I owned it.
I remember you doing that.
Yeah, when me and Vernon played or me and you played, we played 2K14. But when I played by myself, I was 13. Like I was playing my career, just me,
Bro, I think it was either this year's Madden or last year's. I did that. I forget what the mode's called. Where it's like the story mode for your dude.
Yeah.
But I played it.
Or whatever.
The superstar mode. But I played like 5 seasons, and then they make you retire. Like you can't just keep playing. And that's like bullshit.
What?
I was like, what the fuck is this? I want to keep going.
They're not even letting you play full seasons anymore. You're like playing like certain games and shit. Like that face of the franchise.
And it got to a point where I was able to force a trade. I got to the Eagles. I played like 2 seasons, and then it made me retire. I was like, this is some bullshit. I want to keep playing at Philly.
Yeah, I'll play forever.
Yeah, I'll keep playing forever.
Let me do that because that's what I want to do. Yeah, Madden. I mean, we talked about this before. Madden needs to get their shit together.
They do, man.
Yeah,
their story mode is garbage.
I know people bitch about 2K sometimes too. Within the 2K that are deep in it every year, but like not playing it as much over the past couple years. I've been loving this latest one here. It's been great.
I love how your guy you make is the same guy. Like if you go to a GM, You know, it had a story mode for that, you know, about how you were a player. And I love 2K story mode every year. I don't care.
I do GM mode every year. I almost wish I could play my player and move into GM mode, you know, like it be an option and the story continue, you know, like
that's like
you made this career. Like, that would be awesome for me.
That would be
love
cool.
that. I mean, that would be hours you'd put into that game, but
like, I wish they would let you go from game to game, to be honest. Yeah, like let you have your my player just go from fucking 2K to 2K, and then you just fucking keep playing your game, and they can add all the and they can add all these different situations and shit every time. Because honestly, I'm tired of the same like up and coming dude every time. Yeah. I would much rather
switch it up every time, but it's the same story. It's like a Marvel origin movie. You know what I mean? It's a
and I would much rather just be like, all right, new 2K. Here's my dude again. Looks better and better graphics. If I want to, I can tweak a little bit. They'll give you the option, and then fucking roll right into your team. Keep fucking doing what you do. I feel like that would
give you more of an incentive to buy it because you're like you're actually progressing.
You hit 34 years old, you start decreasing because they eventually want you to restart. Maybe 34, 35. Like hey, we're going to hit your stats, you know, like next year you're going to be a little worse because you're getting older.
And then once at a certain point, you can retire, start a new character, and then you can keep going through the next couple games or whatever.
Alex, you've played UFC. In the career mode, there's longevity. You know, you can only fight for so long before you get too old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like, they won't let you fight no more.
Yeah, I understand why they don't do it. It's because they want you to buy VC and shit. Or
they want you to buy the
fucking level up.
And stuff.
Yeah, they don't want you to be a 90 coming in.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think just let me keep my character and move and keep my like averages. You know, your career seat, like shit. Keep that, and then find a way you can lower the stats. That way, you can not necessarily start over, but you will still have something to work up and build.
Put them at like an 80, regardless.
Yeah,
every time you start in the NBA.
I mean, you're gonna buy NBA regardless.
I'd be fine with that as long as I can just stay on my team with my stats and my same player. You know.
I don't care if they're a 90. Like you're gonna buy NBA regardless, right? Like,
lower the stats. Let me build them back up again or whatever.
I don't care how you do it to me. I'm gonna buy it. Like because I need to play the next stat. I know when playoff basketball hits, I'm like, oh shit, you know, Bucks Celtics tonight. I gotta play that game. Let's find out. Like I gotta do it. Like that's just my inhibition as a human for me, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
I know this was like some old news, but I don't know if I share it in the group chat, but they're coming out with like a not Madden, but an NFL VR game later this year.
I saw that.
Where you get to actually pick your squad. Like you can be on the Patriots, the Steelers, or the Eagles or whatever, and you could be the QB, and you just you can pick your plays and shit, make reads, and you're actually like first person, like throwing shit. It looks cool as hell.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
There's a couple like cheaper games you can buy on the marketplace, but this is like the official like licensed NFL
like a AAA one.
Yeah,
this has that stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Vernon, did you see Apex Legends came out on mobile?
I did.
I did not see that.
That's crazy.
I did.
I'll play mobile Apex.
I downloaded it. I played one game. I won.
well, I have read about it. Apparently, the first like 10 matches you play, it's like X amount of matches. You're all bots.
Is it like Call of Duty mobile? How like the first like the battle royale is like all bots in the beginning.
Yeah, remember because I was like killing it. I was like, yo, I'm fucking killing it, and it was all bots.
Yeah,
it's all bots.
Call of Duty.
It might have been.
Yeah, the Call of Duty mobile.
The thing is, my thumb hurt, dude. And one match, and I was like,
PlayStation controller to it.
Thumb hurts, dude. No, then I'll just play Apex. Like I own it.
Trying to offer you a solution.
I guess, man. I don't know. I played it on my phone at work today, and my thumb still hurts from it. Like it hurts, dude. I was like, damn, like this hurts.
That's interesting. I kind of want to download it.
It was fun. I'll play with you.
How fast are the matches? Are they faster than a normal Apex match? No. Slower?
No, it's definitely this. I mean, insane.
Oh, it's the same. Okay.
It took me like 15-20 minutes to beat it.
Is it? I mean, I'd assume it's you're only matching against mobile players, right?
I hope. I was sitting in front of my boss playing it, and like he came in midway, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not quitting. Like, I got to keep doing this, man. I'm sorry." And like I was doing it at work. I was hoping it was quick, but it was not quick. So.
It was not quick.
He sat there for a while and watched me play. Long enough that it was awkward.
Now, speaking of, did you guys? I think we shared this in the group chat. Did we share the Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare 2? Did we talk about that at all?
We didn't talk. I think we shared the teaser for it.
Yeah, how the newest Call of Duty is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
They just rebuilt it, man.
And now
Call of Duty Modern Warfare last time. Modern Warfare 2 now again.
Here's the thing: the last Modern Warfare was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Like, it actually had a different name. This is like word for word the same game as like another title.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like
I'm
all
not
these
about
movies
it
now. Halloween, Scream.
Just milk it.
Like, it's just a requel where it's the same name, but it's using like the same characters, kind of a sequel, kind of a remake.
You guys know how much I like this game, and they better not soil the name of my favorite Call of Duty game of all time. And I don't even know if we're gonna play it.
Sorry to break it to you, my friend.
They're gonna soil it.
They're gonna soil it.
I don't know. I think the last Modern Warfare game, I mean, we put a good bit of time on that, and I thought it was good.
In the new Call of Duty game, this Godzilla fucking King Kong event's pretty cool, man.
It looks kind of cool.
It's real cool when Godzilla runs on your map and you're like, oh shit.
What
like it's like, damn. When King Kong runs on your map, it's kind of crazy. I've been playing it actually. I'm actually pretty far in the new Call of Duty. I don't play it like a ton.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't play it with me, which is fine. But like when I'm not in the mood to like do anything, but I am in the mood to play games, I'll play Call of Duty.
It's hard for me to play multiplayer games by myself. Like just online games, it's hard for me to do it. I don't know why. I played the Evil Dead game a couple times by myself, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's not as fun as playing with you guys. You know, I'd much rather single player games.
I usually play single games by myself, but Call of Duty is just like, it's so mindlessly numb to me.
Yeah,
true.
It's just something like, and I'm good at Call of Duty. Like if I would pick up the new Call of Duty, I'm good at it, but I'm not going to get any better. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm as good as I'm ever going to be. I'm not going to put more time into it to get better. But I'm a decent teammate. My kill death ratio is fine. But like, it's not as exciting to me to be like, oh, I'm going to get better at this. I am at my very peak of how good I'm going to be ever in my life because I just don't have the time for it. So I do enjoy it, though. I mean, it is mindless, numb fun to just kind of chill and play. Mm-hmm. And it came with my PS5, so it's the only reason. I would have not bought it if it didn't come with it. Like when I bought it, it came. I was like, oh fuck it, I own it at this point.
Which one was this? So, World War II or not World War II?
No,
Vanguard.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
Yeah, Vanguard. That was it. I mean, I'm like, World War II was before the other one we played. I think
it's weird now. I told you guys this before, but they come with all of them now. Like Vanguard has Cold War on it. It has Modern Warfare on it, and Warzone on it. Like all of it is on the disc, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't play any of the other ones.
I wonder if you clicked on, like, have you ever clicked on the other ones?
No.
Like, I wonder if you clicked on it, if it would prompt you like to buy it. You know what I mean?
I see.
Maybe
because I remember on Call of Duty, on Warzone, they made you download everything. So like, I only really used Warzone, but over here was Modern Warfare, and over here was the new one, whatever it was. You know what I mean?
I never even looked, to be honest with you.
I remember when we were playing Warzone, because it brings up like, it's almost just like an entire Call of Duty Cold menu. War. And I remember you could click on Cold War, but I didn't have it, so I couldn't actually do anything with it. That might be how it is.
I heard Warzone 2 is coming out eventually, probably with Modern Warfare 2
probably with
here,
Modern Warfare 2, yeah.
Maybe a little delayed how the first one was, but Warzone 2, apparently they're working in a bunch of like old maps.
Good maps.
I saw something about like old maps that are being worked into the Warzone 2 map.
I'm pretty sure I saw High Rise was one of them.
Yes.
And Afghan. Exactly. I think Afghan was also one of them.
You saw the same thing. It's just like it looks pretty cool, man. Like interesting. You know, obviously, I don't know. I don't play video games that often. I play as much as I can. You know, like I don't really play multiplayer games even if I'm not on with you guys. So it'd be interesting if we all hopped on. But I don't know. It's probably a year from now till Warzone 2 comes out.
Yeah, as long as it's free.
My free time. What do you do in your free time? I know you say you don't play video. Do you watch movies? Do you do TV? Like, what do you do in your time?
I'm like, usually my free time is with the girls and Kai. That's my free time. You know what I mean? I don't have when I get time to myself, it's 10, 11 p.m.
Yeah.
You know I mean? No, that's what I'm asking. I mean, I'm a parent too. I definitely have like my kid time, but that's not my free time, It's weird because
I usually don't get personal time, It's like I go out of my way or I'm staying up till 2 a.m.
This is my personal time.
I do take my personal.
It's personal time.
I get zero sleep because I'm like my personal time. I'm playing fucking video games.
Well, that's
And Marissa's like, "What do you do? Like, you just play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you watch TV." Like, I don't watch TV unless it's with Marissa. Like, you'll never catch me sitting down watching something by myself. I don't do it. Like, if I'm watching something, it's with Marissa or the kids. If it's me time, I'm playing video games. So like, that's my hobby. That's what I want to do. Yeah. If it's watching something or playing a game, like a board game or something, it's with the kids.
I also spend a lot of like when I get some time, I'm editing videos. You're doing the same thing. I'm editing a bunch of these little TikToks, fucking trying to make sure we have at least 2 a day. You know what I mean? Like there's a ton of there is not enough fucking time in the day. Everybody here could attribute to that. Yeah. Like, there is not enough fucking time in the day.
I'm very scheduled for throughout my week. I'm very
same.
I think this is hold on, time out. Are we getting into part 2 now? I think this is a little personal. Are we done with part 1? Can we
I don't know. I mean,
it's been going. I know it's new here.
I mean, I've been recording for an hour 15 and I think we started around.
What's your stopwatch at?
I didn't set a stopwatch.
He said he had a timer. He said he had a timer.
I can see the time. Yeah, I can see the time.
I'm at an hour 36.
Well, you're looking at the Skype call, right?
Yeah, so we've been at least recording for an hour, right?
Not quite.
I feel this is getting into personal talk. I think this should be part 2. I think we should call it ends here.
Like,
do you guys have any more topical conversations? Topical.
Yeah, what's up with that fucking door on Mars?
Yeah.
What's going on with Mars? What's up with the Martians?
Like, apparently it's only a foot tall. Okay, but hey, foot tall Martians, maybe, you don't know.
Okay,
they said hold up. Like natural. There's nothing natural about that. That's a doorway.
Not natural.
Back up because I haven't heard this yet, and I might need to take this in with me.
NASA released a picture of Mars, and it looks like there's like a hill on Mars going up, and then it comes down, and there's a perfect fucking like square like cutout, bro. It looks like a door.
Entrance to something
into this like hill, bro, on Mars. It looks so like look it up. Look it up.
I've seen Phantasm. I don't have to look it up.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fucking shit.
Are you telling me to do my research?
Yeah, do your research. Just type in door on Mars.
That's exactly what I'm typing in.
Yep.
Door on Mars. Hold up.
Yo, that do look like a door.
It looks like a door.
It looks like a door.
What the fuck?
They're hiding stuff from us, man.
I got another topic conversation because of this.
Apparently, they've been releasing a lot of alien shit here recently.
This is
like they didn't say
NASA.gov
they didn't mention the word alien, but they mentioned they've been kind of releasing shit about extraterrestrial stuff that they've been finding a lot more recently. Like they said, there's like been like a super astronomical amount of like more cases the past couple years as there ever been. Apparently they're finding them more and more. Like all these different people are seeing them, taking pictures, or the military's finding them out whenever they're doing their like flights and test flights and stuff. It's crazy.
One thing that I think about that, that's awesome, but like I always consider the fact that every day there's more and more people with cameras. You know what I mean? As far as like being able to like who knows, this amount of stuff could have possibly been happening back then, but we didn't have the way of finding it, or even the extra billions of people to see extra stuff that what I mean.
The government hasn't even been talking about it except for the past couple years now. Like they haven't. Before they were pretty tight-lipped. Now they're like, yeah, we've been seeing some extraterrestrial stuff. We don't know what it is, but like they never say the word alien at all. They're just like, it's extraterrestrial. We don't know what it is.
It's not that big.
It's only a foot tall.
29 centimeters tall. That's like a door for ants.
What is this? A fucking door for ants?
What is this? A center for ants?
Yeah.
How you expect to build a center for children who can't read good if they can't fit inside the
NASA
building?
says it's common in bedrock on both Earth and Mars. I mean, of course,
believe it's small.
Of course, they will tell us that.
That's a fucking door for Martians. These grays.
That does look like I'm going to put a picture of that up whenever we started talking about this. That does look like
weird. It's very eerie.
Very eerie. I don't like it. What else you know, government? Release it. I want it. I want the tape.
I've noticed they have been releasing a lot of like UFO related. I heard there's a new name now. They don't call them UFOs. They call them.
What do they call it?
Oh, shit. Hold up. UFO or AFT. I think is what it's called.
What does that mean?
NFTs.
NFTs. They selling aliens. They're selling NFTs of aliens.
Aliens started an NFT company.
No, no, not UFO. Hold on. I'm sorry. What was
fungible
it?
tokens.
UFO. Man, I can't remember what it's called.
It's crazy because like I've been watching XFiles recently,
UAP.
and just because like what does that mean?
That stands for
unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Unexplained aerial phenomenon. You're pretty damn close. Oh, that's damn close.
That's close.
Unexplained aerial phenomena, which is the exact same as unidentified flying object, and in all intents and purposes, is the same damn thing.
That's why I love watching these XFiles here, because like I watched some of it a long time ago, but I never really sat down and watched the whole way through all these episodes. I'm only like on the middle of season 2, but like as everybody, I don't know if you know much about XFiles. I know Alex does.
I know of it.
But Mulder is in the FBI because he wants to discover these sort of things. He wants to find extraterrestrial life and all these crazy shit. And in the at the end of like season 1, they close the XFiles. They put Mulder. They separate Mulder and Scully. Mulder, they put him back just doing regular FBI shit, and then he starts like getting like intel from just the secret dude. They like it was Deep Throat at one point. Like had the shit involved with Nixon at that point, and then there's another guy that's kind of briefing him in and just like, they don't want you to know this shit. He's like, you're the key. They don't want you to find this out. And they're like, well, why don't they just kill me? And he's like, that's too easy. They don't want to just, that's a lot of shit to cover up. They can't just kill an FBI.
That's too easy.
But he's just kind of like giving them clues here and there. He's like, we got to reopen the XFiles. It's the key to everything and blowing this shit wide open. But it's like, it's so funny just having Mulder, who's like all about, the government is hiding all of this shit, and I'm out here to like discover it. But he's working for the FBI at the same time, and they know this.
Yeah.
and he always calls them out too. Just like, you're lying, you're covering this up on purpose. And they're just like, you're crazy, Mulder. You're crazy. You're paranoid. And every week he finds some crazy shit, and he proves it's right every time. I've mentioned it before. Scully never believes him, but like, you've seen aliens, bitch. What are you talking about?
You've been abducted by him at this point.
You've been abducted by aliens. What you tell it? You calling Mulder crazy? Come on now.
I know I'm
Mulder's the only sane one around here.
Are we done talking about the door on Mars right now?
The door led into my XFiles.
The only reason I left UFOs is because that blew my fucking mind, and I had to go show Marissa. That is a door.
We can talk about it.
Fucking Mars, dude. And Marissa was so skeptical. She's like, oh, and I'm like, she's like, look, if you zoom in, it looks like a little alien. I'm like, that's what you're concerned about? There's a fucking door there. That is blowing my mind right now. That is the first I've seen this, man. That's a
crazy fucking door on Mars, bro.
That's a door.
I don't care how like small they say it. That's a door. They want you to believe it's small.
I don't care how small it is. That's fucking. Listen, they could be
putting like little droids be driving through there. That's like where they send their droids and drones out from.
This makes me feel like we're gonna find a dead civilization.
Oh my god,
or a very alive civilization real soon. Like this is
in Mars.
Maybe. What's so like weird about that? Maybe they could. It's hot as fuck on Mars. Maybe like even pre-ooze-ish. I don't know what the word is, but like when they were evolving, they were like, nah, we got to get the fuck underground, you know? And they made one entrance.
Maybe their core is cool and the outside is ridiculous, but the inside is cool and they can actually live in there.
I mean, it's at least cooler down there, you know? I mean, our Earth even gets cooler. I mean, the middle's hot, but like further down you get like cool. They might have a whole fucking. This is gonna be wild. This is gonna be wild.
They're gonna blow this shit wide open. We're going.
Man, I'm following this story. I want to see this Mars door. Has anybody gone in this Mars door yet?
Well,
I don't know, man. That's what they.
No, it's tiny.
I volunteer. I will crawl.
Yeah, it's only 29 centimeters tall.
I will crawl through this bitch. That is.
I don't believe them. They say it's 29.
I don't believe them.
That's a fucking door.
That looks like a door. I'll send a mouse with a camera. Let me fucking do this, man.
That was their the reason for releasing it. It was like, we're gonna release it, but we're gonna tell them it's super small. It's nothing to worry about. No, that's a fucking door.
Worry about. That's a door.
That's a door.
And listen, if let's say Martians are real and they're that small and they come out of this little tiny door, of course they haven't shown their face. We're fucking huge to them. We're terrifying, you know?
We're giants.
We're giants. And Martians are like, oh, fuck no, I ain't seeing that.
Well, they
guy,
haven't seen us yet. All they've seen were like the freaking.
They've seen Elon Musk because he comes from Mars.
Evan, even if it's just the rovers, though, huge rovers.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to say.
But it's mountains to them, you know? Like, I would be scared as fuck, too, if something landed on my planet that was fucking, I was as big as his foot. I'd be terrified.
They got the Mars rover. They see that shit driving around. They're like, what is that?
What do you think we would do?
What the hell is that?
We can,
oh my God.
We can wrap it up after this, but like, what do you think?
After my mind is blown?
Yeah, after Alex gets his head back to Earth for a little bit. Because you've lost it. But in all seriousness, like, what do you think would happen if we actually discovered little people in this door? Like, what do you think the world's
dominate them and
governments
steal
would
their
do?
resources?
Like,
I hope
honestly,
they don't do anything.
Steal their resources.
I hope they just find it out and they just don't do anything because we don't need to be fucking with no aliens, man.
That's what we should do, right?
Dominate and steal their resources, like we've done to every other culture in our entire existence.
That's what we would try to do,
them,
but that's gonna backfire so bad. They're gonna call like their brother species or something from a different planet, and then they go come in and destroy our shit.
Nah, they're not that much big either. They wouldn't be freaked out how big we are. Like they're gonna be like those Greys that are like our size with the big heads, the black eyes. Yeah, it's gonna be like that kind of shit. These little ones are gonna be fucking minions, like critters. They're gonna be
or the lizard
fucking
people.
Anchors. They're gonna be biting our ankles, possessing people, crawling into their mouths and their assholes. Any orifice they can get in,
possess you.
Like,
and then it'll be like they live or something.
It's gonna look like a mix of Zuckerberg and Elon.
Peacekeeper, the butterflies that are in your fucking head. I don't know if you guys.
It'd be like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what it would be.
No, I don't want to fuck with aliens either. You asked me what we're gonna do. No,
I'm not saying what would you do. I'm saying what do you think we will do?
We're gonna invade and steal their resources.
Yeah, we're gonna try to investigate that shit and find
steal
them
their resources
immediately.
But I mean, whatever Mars' resources.
I was gonna say they're
rocks.
The reason is to be the first people to do it, and you know that the U.S. That's enough reason for the U.S. is we're gonna be the first people to fucking discover aliens.
We're gonna be the first people to dominate an alien race.
I think it'd be an America. I think it would be a worldwide thing. I think the UN would get together.
Could this unite us?
What the fuck?
As a planet?
But in a bad way, though. Like, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
It would drive the world into a frenzy, I feel.
I don't know. That's Starship Troopers. The world is united in war, but they're still just fighting things. Like, yeah, we're all getting along, but we're still sending troops to die in another planet, you know?
That's the American way.
I don't like it. Yeah.
So it's still going to divide people in some sort. It's the same thing. It's going to be like, we should go fucking take everything, dominate them or whatever. And then people are going to be like, no, leave the aliens alone. It's going to separate tons of people again.
For sure. With that.
I think it'd be awful.
Yeah. I think if we
discover anything,
I'm cool with finding them and knowing they're there. I like knowing, like, if we discover them, that's cool, but leave them alone.
Yeah,
I'm cool with just knowing they're there.
That's what we should do, because we shouldn't be playing God. We shouldn't be trying to like mess with another species. We should just, I mean, obviously, I think I'd want to know what happens to them. You know, but
if you find out there are aliens, because then you may live in a state of paranoia and never knowing if they're going to find us, or if they know we're here, and if they can overtake us.
That's why I feel like we would end up just watching them. Like we'd have to keep. I don't want to say have to.
I'm better with watching. My question is if you discover aliens on Mars, how do you still believe in God? Like now, how do you rewrite the Bible that you're like, hey man, God did that too? Like you have expanded the universe to a sense where like, how do you even are like, this is God's work? Like,
I think even if people release shit about aliens,
well, in the door there are these gold plates, okay, and they.
In the Bible, if you read it, there was a point where he split Babylon, the Tower of Babylon, and that meant planets. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought it just meant our like country, but whatever.
No. Mars.
I'm sorry.
You missed it. You missed the point.
I'm getting weird.
I mean, I agree, but that.
I don't know if people will believe it right away. Like, even if people like, oh, we found an alien, and they try to show it or whatever, people are like, that's fucking fake. What are you talking about?
Didn't believe that an organism that caused COVID
but I'm
existed.
saying if they tried to show us proof or whatever, there's gonna be deniers. Just like that's fake. Just like the fucking moon landing.
For sure. Me.
Yeah, but
we're not even on Mars right now. The rover's not even real. That's just some desert in Siberia or something.
Studio set.
Whatever it is. Whatever the hell they say the rover's at.
Is super cold,
Siberia.
man. Siberia is cold. Wrong place for a desert.
Sahara. That's the ice caps. That's the ice caps in Mars. It's Siberia.
Yeah. This is literally blowing my mind, but we do got to wrap this up.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's
wild.
Let's wrap episode 72 up here with whatever the hell that all was. The door on Mars.
Okay, wild.
Door on Mars, man. It's real.
All right.
My mind. I thought I was gonna bring some hot shit with that Canadian shit, and then Wyatt closed this shit out.
I wasn't ready for that either. That
blew my mind. I'm serious. I ran up to Marissa and showed her. It blew my mind.
You disappeared.
What the fuck is this?
All
Crazy.
Right. Well, that wraps up episode 72 for us. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment. Tell us what you think about the door, man. Like,
yeah. What are your thoughts
aliens?
on
There's definitely aliens.
There's got to be aliens. There's got to be aliens.
What's a door?
We're aliens. I keep trying to tell you
infinite galaxies, and we're the anomaly.
We are the anomaly, man.
This bitch don't know RPG.
All right. So, yeah, stay tuned for everything else we got going on. Squad Pod Sports, Cinema Trip Reviews, which we could talk about that at another time because that got its own little thing. They're on their own channel now, along with Waves 5. So, if you'd like to support Cinema Trip Reviews in two places, feel free to do that.
Yeah.
The links will be in the description.
Definitely do that. We're going to be uploading kind of both places. Waves 5 will be the central hub, but Cinema Trip does have its own actual channel now. You can go like and subscribe to. Check out all the past reviews we have. All the new ones are going to be uploaded there as well. So definitely go like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. All right. See you on 73.